Yeah. First of all, I'd like to, congratulate those guys. Really congratulate our football team. Great day. I think it's the last time we've been in the playoffs since, 2016. So really happy for Coach Phillips. I was watching that earlier. Just great for our school and great for all those football guys. And then also, I thought Lake Erie came in. They just played a game less than 24 hours ago. We knew they were going to play extremely hard, and they did that. So to see Bobby and obviously Josh, he and I still text and talk quite a bit, and have Coach Slocum here was really neat. Guy was here for a number of years, did some great things when this conference was high level. So I was glad we were able to honor him, and hopefully we can do something in the future as well.
29 points career high for John. How did he kind of provide a spark for you guys off the bench?
Well, if you look at our production the last two games, it's two guys that are not starters. Two guys that probably weren't real happy with me going to the second unit and not having just like equal guys in practice. So maybe I need to do that a little bit more. Maybe I got to do a better job of challenging guys and getting more out of guys. We certainly got to do that, right? There's a standard here, the way we want to play. We didn't play that way the first half. Credit to them, but also some of our deficiencies really stood out. So I thought the second half the kids were locked in. We were 11 points better from the three-point line in the field guarding. And that's really what it comes down to. But you can't have 14 turnovers and go 7 of 27 from three. That doesn't help either, right? So we got a lot of things to clean up, as I've told you guys. I think you can watch it. You guys have seen our really good teams. We're nowhere near where we need to be. But I told them this week, the potential's there. Do we have the right mind frame and the work ethic? That's what we got to get.
They closed the first half on that 10-0 run, kind of a 2-3 zone, and then extended that zone into some 4-4 pressure as well. How did that kind of affect you?
Yeah, I was glad they did it because we're going to see that against Dayton, but it's going to be ramped up a little bit more. So that was good for us. We have never seen that. I think part of these things, when you're thrown into the fire with a lot of new guys, I don't care D1, D2, whatever, whoever you're playing, just seeing different things thrown at you is good. So that 1-2-2 was very effective for them. Not so effective for us, but we hadn't seen it, and we only had one day to prepare for it. So, we adjusted to it, settled down in the second half, but I was glad they played like that.
After 5 games, Jerrod, do you feel your guys are more confident, more?
No, I don't think we're a confident group right now. I mean, look at our shooting percentages, Dana, right? Shooting is all about, repetition, getting the right shot. We're not making shots, right? So there's a lot of college basketball teams right now I watch that don't make shots, but they still win. We have to rely on that. Toughness, grit, really the core values in our program and really what the city's built on. I don't see enough of that. Once you get that, John Lovelace and Jalen Bates had that the last 2 games, and they had really good games. And what I mean by that is getting through screens with your hands, not getting screened, using your voice, communicating, going the offensive glass when you're asked to do that, boxing out, taking a high percentage shot. Those 2 kids did that, and they had great games. Now we got to get 5 guys on the court doing that. We are definitely a work in progress. I don't know how much longer I'm going to say that. Hopefully, I told them we're in the meat and potatoes of the program right now. Really, our schedule, I should say: Dayton, Cleveland State, Robert Morris, Ohio U, the next 4. So it's like you better have 3 great days. We got to prepare. We got to have the best 3 days of preparation. No distractions. These teams are too good, and our schedule's front heavy. We knew that. So we got to have some good practices, long, hard practices, and continue to get the kinks out. But it is good to win, Dana. There's no doubt. We're 3-2. I feel like if we were 4-1, I'd be really happy. But we're not where we need to be. Forget the wins and losses and the results. It's about just playing to a standard. We're not playing to that standard.
Obviously, Dayton on Friday, so you do have some time off. You mentioned 3 good days of practice. Going down there, obviously, an A-10 program. Just taking your guys down there.
I think they're one of the best programs, basketball programs in the state of Ohio. I put it up there with anybody. There's 13,000 at every game. It seems like it's a party. I've been to games in there scouting. It's incredible. Great program, Elite Eights, NCAA tournaments. It's a basketball school. Shocked they're not in the Big East. I look at them as a Power Five. They're paying us $90,000. There's going to be 13,000 people screaming against us. To me, they're a Power Five. They're the elite class of mid-major basketball, if you want to even call them that. They're playing tonight at 8:30. They've already beat 2 Power Fives, so it'll be a really, really good test for us because they're going to pressure us, and they play with a style that we got to be ready. So I think it's another great game, Data, that gets you ready for conference play, which is next after that. Which that's what we're here for.
You talked about a couple of times how this is still kind of a work in progress through the first 5 games, as well as even preseason, those 5 games you guys had under your belt, the 3 in Spain, the 3 scrimmages, or the 2 scrimmages. What goes into that progress and the steps that you guys need to take to get to where you want to be?
Yeah, I think there's a mentality piece, right? You have to have the right mental approach every single day. If you don't come in with a good mental approach, you're not going to get better individually. You're not going to get better collectively. Physically, practice and games are totally different. And then blocking out things during the game, right? When there's fans in there and making the right basketball decisions. So when you're putting a group of guys together, that can be difficult. But we had a big senior class last year, right? So how do you replace seniors? You go get other seniors. That's the way I'm going to do it. I'm not into rebuilds. I told them if I wanted to rebuild, I would have took another job. I don't want that, right? I want to be good every single year. We're not going to take a year off and rebuild anything. So those are some of the key things you've got to be able to do. And then you got to get desperate guys. You got to get guys that realize you only have 26 games left in your career. That's what I like. I like a sense of urgency, and I thought we had that at times in the second half. We got to keep building on that.
I mean, that's kind of the intangible, but is there anything specific? You mentioned shooting before.
Yeah, I think seeing that ball go in the basket's a big thing. It's just like when the ball goes in, you play much better defense, right, for whatever reason. So I feel sorry for our guys in a way that we're getting some open shots. Tonight they didn't even guard us. They dared us to shoot. So I'm not a guy to say don't shoot. We got to keep shooting, and then we got to be better defensively. Make shots and get out and run and score 90 points. We got 79. We should have 90, 95 again tonight. We got to keep doing that. Just keep getting after it.